Are you just like me, anxiously awaiting the trend reports that I'm supposed to be putting out? I'm happy to announce that this is finally time for spring summer trend reports 2023, note 4. We are heading into that direction, and first things first, we gotta talk about color. This time around, I'm going to try to briefly mention all of the colors that were seen on the runways and the ones that were mentioned either by Pantone or some other kind of a influential color brand. And then in the near future, I will release more detailed ones for 2 to 3 colors in a video to see how they were paired, to see just what was happening with them, because not everybody loves all colors, let's face it. So sometimes I really don't care about, for instance, yellow, like what's going on there. But then if we're talking about red, I'm like, yes, I need to pay more attention to that. As I'm going to be releasing them, I'll be putting them up here so you can stop, maybe go to that video and have a more in-depth look, or finish up this one and just check them out in the description box below. Oh, by the way, my name is Maria and welcome to Design. All I do here is talk about fashion, do fashion trend reports like this one, and sometimes I'll show how I style those items in my everyday life. Before we head into the colors, I wanted to mention that sometimes the video doesn't really tell you the full color. I know this is so weird, but just check these 2 clips out. So we have the same show, the same model wearing the same dress, and bum, it's a different color whatsoever. Another one, here we go. So basically what I'm saying is not all the colors that are there are that particular color. Sometimes due to lighting, things change. Like with a cooler light, it's gonna look cooler. With a warmer light, it's gonna look much warmer than it actually is. Keep that in mind. So without further ado, let's head into the reds, because it's my favorite color. Why aren't I wearing red? It's all right, brown is cool too. So a deeper, darker red was definitely the color of fall winter, and it's still here. It's not disappeared, so don't you worry about that. We still have it. It's still good. We have this in variety of outfits, sometimes monochromatic, maybe it's a full-on dress, maybe it's outerwear, bags, etc. Everything in this color we saw already, and it's continuing on. There is no stopping it. I really like it. If you are afraid of going for the super bright red, then you can go for maybe like a muted burgundy, something more on a brown side even. Red is one of those colors that does suit better to a warmer skin tone, but you can still fool it a little bit, because like honestly, red lipstick, right? Everybody can wear it, but you need to figure out, is it going to be on a warmer side or on a cooler side for you? So if it's a cooler side, it will be a little bit of a pinkish in there, and if you are much more warmer, then it's going to be a little bit more orange to the color. The Pantone did talk about Fiesta color, a fiery and impassioned red. Fiesta conveys a celebration of life, and I feel like that's what red is for me. We see this more of a brighter, fiery red almost. Like we already had a fiery red, so it's not much of a difference, honestly. Without comparing the two, nobody would tell the difference. So if you bought something red already, keep wearing it. We have so many shows that were bringing that color back, and it's such a passionate color that I just love it. Of course, not every nationality has the same ideas about color, but I think red in total is about love, about passion, sometimes war, but you know, it's still that passion that is going through the color. If you would like to see more passionate, more powerful, then red is for you. I love red. Yeah, that is all that I can say, but we see this in outerwear, blazers, tights, dresses, you name it. Let's head into oranges. Sun orange, as featured by Pantone. We have sun orange, open orange, reflective of a brilliant sunset. this is one of those colors that screams summer for me, or like maybe like late spring too. We have a variety of beautiful gowns and as well just like mix up of tops and etc. A little bit on a lighter side. Not far behind we have the orangeade, sweet and mildly tangy red orange hue. Orangeade has a fruity citrus touch to it. So those colors are so close because probably one was the New York Fashion Week and the other was London Fashion Week. So you can see even those fashion weeks correlate somehow in those colors as well. So this is a little bit more of a brighter orange, a little bit closer to the red than the previous one. And so this one would be for more of a warmer skin tone. Let's head into the almost a peach color for people with a cooler skin tone. Pantone named this a desert flower. It's a warm and engaging pink whose blooms thrive under the sun. Oh my goodness, this person, whoever creates these description for colors, is amazing. Like I could never write something this beautiful. Okay. So we see this color being interpreted into like more of a girly dresses, sometimes being part of a print. A Louis Vuitton has a full-on outfits in this monochromatic. Let's head into the yellows now. Lemon drop. Sugar-coated lemon drop is filled with zest. So we see this lighter, almost like a pastel kind of a yellow. We do see a lot of colors having a pastel color associated with it. So if you do love these calming, soothing, girly, feminine, I guess it could be masculine as well. I don't want to just put all the colors into a gender. I know I mentioned that I don't really like yellow, but it's okay. It doesn't mean that you don't have to like yellow. So we see so many outfits in Balmain, Etro, Fendi, Givenchy, and so many more, whether they're dresses, blazers, suits, maybe they're part of a print. Yellow is another color that's, for me in my brain, is definitely associated with spring, summertime. Like the sunshine comes out, we have all these flowers, the beach. And I feel like yellow is one of those that it's hard to find the right skin tone for, at least like in my opinion. I don't think you can have a cooler version of yellow, if you know what I mean. And we see this color being interpreted in chromatic outfits, or maybe just a bright yellow top with a dark bottoms or something like that, like in J.W. Anderson. And Ralph Lauren also experimented with a lot of color blocking. All right, this color is a little bit surprising for me for spring summer. It's usually like more of a fall winter kind of a color, and it's a spicy mustard, right? I'm like thinking of all the pumpkin spices and like mustardy colors, but I guess it's that time where we want to experiment. Maybe it goes well with some other more spring-like colors, but anyways, pungent spicy mustard is strikingly exotic, as said by Pantone writer. We see this on all over the runways. Yves Saint Laurent in more of a kind of a, not a khaki, but those safari, camel almost colors, but having a more mustard in there. Roberta Cavalli, Chloe, Undercover, so many shows that chose to have this color. So that means it's pretty important, you guys. If you do like this color, just check out the way that it was styled and take the inspiration. Final yellow that is really on a borderline to green, and it is the Charlotte, and an eye-arresting yellow emblematic of the free-ranging wildflower. All right, so this color in particular, or maybe a highlighter yellow, is the lightest color of all. Even comparing with white, if you would turn on like a gray mode on a, I don't know, a device that is filming, this color is gonna reflect more light. So if you would like to be cooler in the summertime, and you're sick of wearing white, then this is the color for you. It is very bright, as it reflects a lot of light. Let's face it, that's the true reason for it. And we've seen its cousin or a very close relative being here before, so you might actually have some kind of a version of close to this color. Maybe it's a little bit on the yellow side, maybe it's a little bit on the green side, but let's face it, nobody will tell the difference. All right, let's move on to the green finally. Tarragon, a fresh green infused with notes of citrus. Tarragon displays a delicate piquancy, not quite as powerful as that neon color, but very suiting. I would say even like a calm version of that. Maybe if you mix that with a little bit of gray and maybe a little bit of green in there. Anyways, I'm not gonna try to mix this color in my mind because that's just gonna take away from the entire video. We see this kind of almost a gray green color on the runways. I know that people after watching this, so what is the color, right? You just listed a rainbow, but let's face it, fashion now can get to the entire world, right? And it's not about what is the color of the year. Okay, it's maybe a little bit about it, but I feel like that's more about to do with buy more because this is the color. This channel, I try to tell you like, hey guys, here's inspiration for this color. This is how it's been redone this time around, and why not try it out? So yes, I'll be continuing listing all the colors, but you can see by the amount of the color on the runways, which one was a little bit more popular than the other, and also how they were styled together. I feel like that is more of a styling tip trend of how they were styled together. The next one is a much more darker green. We see Dory green, earthy deep green tone with a substantial presence, and you're a cooler tone because we're heading into greens. It's like a neutral area, but this one in particular has a little bit more of bluer undertone. If it would have been a little bit more khaki in nature, then it would be for the warmer tone. Anyways, let's move on to watercress, a refreshing peppery green with slightly sprightly presence. Okay, so this is more of a khaki, more of a military kind of a green, which would work a little bit better for the warmer tone people out there like me. Of course, we see plenty of outwear in this color. We also see this color being used in dresses, of monochromatic outfits, as well as them mixing up that color as well. But am I gonna repeat this over and over again? Of course they're gonna mix it up. Maria, come on, let's just get on with the show. Again, we see this in Yves Saint Laurent having more of that safari movement with that color as well. We also see this in Undercover, White Project, you name it. Oh, and we're gonna go into the mint, a cooling mentholated green that is a breath of fresh air. We see this really quite bright color on the runways. It's definitely a spring color. It can also be a winter Christmassy color as well. Definitely if you want to be seen as more of a nurturing, calm, intelligent person, green can be for you. Right, and now we have arrived to blue, strong blue. A boundless blue hue encourages us to look beyond the obvious. Blue is one of those colors that there pretty much isn't a warmer tone to it. Otherwise, it would be considered more green than blue. So we have it fully developed for the cooler tone people. And side note, if you're like, what about the neutral people? You guys are too cool for us, so you can wear everything. Everybody is jealous. But anyways, I digress from the blue. It was pretty much a very popular color on the runways. It was present in the outerwear, it was present in the dresses. So another blue, a little bit on the darker muted side, Maryland, an aquatic blue native to tropical and temperate waters. So yes, that color that is very close to black, but not quite black. And I feel like this one is a little bit even lighter than that. We do see this one on quite a lot of runways, but like the darker you get or the lighter you get, the more neutral the color becomes. So I don't know if we should think about it as being super popular versus, oh, it could be a neutral or a great substitution to black, which is pretty much all very popular color whenever we're talking about fashion and clothing. All right, in a nicer, bluer, lighter baby blue color, we have the horizon blue, and an atmospheric blue hue denoting where the sea meets the sky. And not far behind, we have another pretty bright blue color, Capri. A vibrant capri is a bright blue hue, reminiscent of the azure colored waters of the blue Gorod. I'm gonna be googling that later. So it really reminds me of more of a lighter denim color. We do see this color being present in Balmain chambray blue, a brightened denim blue infused with easy vitality. And this color in particular, not this, but very close one, was named color of the year for interior design. But I feel like fashion isn't far behind, or maybe they were like calling each other, hey, what color are you making the couches? I want my dress to match it, or the curtains. Doesn't really matter. I just want to disappear in my apartment forever. It is once again more of that grayish blue color, very soft, very subtle. Did you guys know that in the 1800s they considered pink being more of a masculine color for boys and blue more feminine color for girls, just because pink was the dilution of red, which is power and war, very masculine colors, and then the blue is the color of melancholy, which women often were in. So I don't know if that's the best thing to describe women of that time, but maybe they were just depressed that they generally have lots of rights. Anyways, moving on. Once again, we see this color in variety of executions. Okay guys, let's head into the purples. Pastel Lilac, a soft and powdery lavender hue. Pastel Lilac is suggestive of a sweet aroma. So we did see this, or very close to this color, a few years back as the color of the year, and I'm pretty sure everybody has something if they liked this color. I know that I have a few things like that, and I'm definitely going to be taking them out. Anyways, next one, we have a burnished lilac, a tinged and smoky lavender tone with the new sophistication. It looks a little bit more on the pinker side for me, but that's okay. Some other sources, not the Pantone, called it the fondant pink, so I'm just gonna stick to that and show you guys the outfits that were present on the runways. Quite a lot of dresses. Some are more structured, some are way more flowy and like jellyfish, like almost like in Prada. We also see this being taken by Rick Owens into a really like his own world of creativity. We see this in Tom Ford. We also see this in Gucci and more of a silky slip dress. Ulla Johnson, Versace, Victoria Beckham, D Squared. So many shows that had this pink. It's almost like that millennial pink, but I feel like it has just a tiny little bit of lavender in there. I think that's the difference. All right, next one up wasn't quite on the Pantone wheel, but I just decided to add this here anyways. For all of you who love purple, here we are. Purple can definitely have a really big color impact, especially for spring, summer. Usually like deeper purples is like that cozy up, a luxurious under the tree kind of a situation. But here, like in Ralph Lauren, we have combination with a really bright green, and that definitely gives it like a new life. Definitely a really bright combination. Okay, let's move on into the neutrals. Yes, we still have those. As stated by WGSN, nutshell. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have lots and lots of brown colors, you guys. So many brown colors. That's probably why I am wearing it now, but so much brown on the runways, and it seems like it's replacing black altogether. And brown is really easy to style because basically it goes with any color at all, because if you mix the two opposite colors of the color wheel, it's gonna create brown color. So basically a color can create brown if you think about it like that. Definitely if you have a warmer skin tone, it's gonna look better on you, so you can try to mix up colors in that manner. Maybe sometimes you can find more of a suiting color if you're a cooler tone, if the color is a little bit more greenish, maybe like more subtle, not quite as warm, maybe not quite as reddish. I mentioned we see this everywhere. It's pretty popular for sure. We see this in outerwear, dress wear, whatever wear, and it's very neutral. Like, I feel like if you do like to wear this color and you're thinking of buying something, go ahead. I don't think it's gonna go out of style. Like, what year am I doing this? And every single time somebody says, oh, you're listing the rainbow. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Okay, I know there is a lot, but I just wanted to pinpoint this beautiful, gorgeous Zimmermann gown. It's like a cloud of brown. I don't know if that's, it sounded so much better in my head. Altuzara even had gowns with veils in brown. A little bit interesting. I'm not sure which bride is going to wear this, but it's there. J.W. Anderson, Laquan Smith, Eve. So many shows featuring this chocolatey brown color. Yeah, I'm pretty obsessed with it now. And of course, Yves Saint Laurent is gonna do it both in men's show as well as women's show. Yeah, like it was a natural evolution going through all of those neutral colors. We do see another brown chutney, a savory and enticing earthy brown, which is a little bit more warmer, almost like not a milk chocolate, but you know. And another one much warmer, rooibos tea, a full-bodied red imbued with rich woody notes. Hermes went crazy for it, and pretty much a third of the show was dedicated to this color. We also see this featured in Tod's, Miu Miu, of course Yves Saint Laurent, Dres Van Noten, and Erdem. Now we're heading into the grays. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for 50 Shades of Grey? I don't know. I never read the book. Blue Fox is smooth and sleek cloud blue gray. So right now, looking at the swatch, it's basically gray for me, but it might look bluish to you. As I mentioned before, we do have so many gray colors, and some of them can be a little bit on a cooler side, while others can be a little bit on a warmer side. So warmer grays would be like something maybe with a little pink, or with a little orange, or with a little green in there. But if it's bluer, it's definitely colder. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, sometimes the colors were difficult to pair as the lighting could be completely different in different places. So I did what I could. Here's the collection of all gray things that I found on the runways. We have this gray being from super duper casual, like in Balenciaga, to something outrageously beautiful and gorgeous. I love the mixture of them in Fendi, having that kind of almost a highlighter yellow that we've spoken before. We've also seen a lot of it in Y Project, Ferragamo, and Gucci. Here are some other grays that were featured in Pantone. The Quiet Shade, a shadowy gray that offers a protective shelter. Okay, sure. Boulevard, a weathered gray found in rock and gravel. Okay, I don't know, that wasn't as romantic as the sunset description. Why does the gray get that? Anyways, Hermes loved this color. That was another third of their show. We see a lot of this color in suiting, like in Prada, Balenciaga, Ferragamo, Troy Birch, Gucci, Y Project. Okay, I can just go on and read you the title of whatever is playing, but let's just for fun not do that, hey? Yeah, as you can see, there were tons and tons of gray. It is really surprising for the fall winter, but let's keep in mind that the world is round, and whenever there is somewhere warm, there's going to be an opposite side of the globe that has a different temperature to yours. So right now, as I'm talking to myself, I'm like, oh Maria, you're so not smart with your previous comments about this not feeling like spring and stuff. Keep that in mind. Now fashion shows are creating global fashion. It's not just locally what somebody's gonna wear. and everybody has their own style, and it's so easy to find clothing online that anything goes. I'm just telling you to keep in touch with fashion, take some inspiration from it. You don't have to go crazy and buy a full new wardrobe. You can mess around with what you have in your closet already and figure out a new way to style it. And that is like one thing that I want you guys to do watching my videos. Okay, hopefully I've talked enough to cover much more of the gray, so let's get into the beige. All right, beige is another one of those colors that does suit a lot of complexions as well as a lot of colors, just because it's basically brown with a little bit of white in it. So once again, we can make this color out of many other colors, and it is very neutral. It doesn't really fade, doesn't age. Just look at the trench coat, and yeah, brush, a utilitarian khaki hue. Brush provides a neutral blend to its surrounding. And we have another one a little bit on a lighter yellower side, moth, a new camouflage grayish. Moth is both upscale and low-key, so we are seeing this of a camouflage kind of a theme. What are we hiding from? That's my question. Moth does not make me think of upscale. It just makes me think of my closet that I need to figure out how to take care of that problem. Low-key, maybe. Yes, maybe. But it more reminds me of this off-white color again. All right, we have another one, a mushroom, an earth rendered taupe, composed in temperature and tone. So basically a really neutral basic color. All right, now watching all of these color combinations and colors on the runways, I'm so excited to try to figure out how I'm going to wear what I already have in my closet for spring summer. Usually it's one of those seasons that I find hard to find my personal style because I love oversized blazers, and sometimes it's too hot to wear them, honestly. So maybe this season you will be helping me out to figure out how to style things. Maybe coming up, I'll be trying to release those videos about every single color, not every single color, about like group of colors together to show you more in depth of every single one instead of making an hour-long video. So I am very excited about that. Hopefully I'll try to load up more than once a week for those. And please consider to like this video. If you're not already subscribed and you love fashion, then come on, join the club. I don't bite. Okay, sometime, but not in a while. If you're interested in seeing my everyday style, then I encourage you to check out my Instagram page and say hello to me there. I hope you're gonna have an amazing rest of the day, and yeah, stay classy. Bye.